Have you ever thought a small choice before a blood test could change your results? Not dramatically, but quietly. Blood tests are one of the most trusted ways to understand what's happening inside your body. Especially as we get older, doctors rely on these numbers to guide decisions about cholesterol, blood sugar, and overall health trends. But here is what many seniors are never clearly told. Blood tests do not only reflect your health, they also reflect what you did before the test. Something as simple as what you drank, how well you slept, or how rushed you felt that morning. You might feel perfectly fine. You might think you followed the instructions. Yet one small habit can quietly shift the numbers. That shift can lead to worry, extra appointments, or advice that does not fully match your real condition. Many older adults leave a test feeling confused. They wonder how results changed so suddenly, even though nothing feels different in their body. Often, the answer is not decline. It is preparation. In today's video, we'll talk about 7 common mistakes seniors make before a blood test. Mistakes that seem harmless, but can affect results more than most people expect. This applies to routine checkups, cholesterol screenings, and fasting blood tests. Knowing what to avoid helps results reflect reality, not temporary changes, not unnecessary stress. Stay with me, because once you understand these mistakes, you can walk into your next test calmer and more confident. Now, let's begin with the first mistake many seniors overlook. Number 1. Forgetting to stay hydrated. This first mistake is more common than most seniors realize, and it often happens with good intentions. Many people believe fasting means avoiding everything: food, drink, even water. But in most cases, that belief quietly works against you. Unless you were clearly told otherwise, drinking water is usually encouraged, especially before a blood test. Hydration plays a bigger role than many expect, not just for comfort, but for accuracy. When your body lacks fluids, your blood becomes more concentrated. This can subtly shift certain test values. At the same time, dehydration affects your veins. They can become smaller, less flexible, harder to access. That makes the blood draw more difficult, sometimes requiring multiple attempts, leading to bruising or unnecessary discomfort. For some seniors, the experience becomes stressful very quickly, not because of fear, but because the body is already under strain. Dehydration can also increase the chance of dizziness or feeling lightheaded after the draw, especially when standing up. Many people confuse fasting rules. They assume no food also means no water. Others avoid drinking because of bathroom concerns, or worry about delays during travel. These choices feel practical, but they often create bigger problems later. Some blood markers can appear higher than they truly are, not because of disease, but because the blood was more concentrated. This can lead to confusing conversations afterward, or recommendations that feel unexpected. I once heard from an older gentleman preparing carefully for annual blood work. He skipped breakfast, he skipped coffee, and he skipped water. He believed this would improve accuracy. Instead, the visit became uncomfortable. Finding a suitable vein took time. The process felt longer than necessary. Later, he was told something simple. A glass or two of water could have helped greatly. The following year, he changed just one habit. He drank water before leaving home. The difference was noticeable. The draw was quicker and far less stressful. Hydration also affects how you feel emotionally. A comfortable body feels calmer. That calmness matters, because stress can influence the testing experience itself. When you feel relaxed, The process feels manageable, not overwhelming. The goal of a blood test is clarity, not confusion. Drinking water supports that goal quietly, without effort. The best approach is simple. Drink water as you normally would the evening before, and the morning of your test. Avoid sugary drinks. Avoid colored beverages. Avoid caffeine. But do not avoid plain water. This one small habit can prevent discomfort and reduce the chance of misleading results. It can also help you avoid repeat visits and unnecessary worry afterward. Accuracy begins before the needle, not after the results arrive. And hydration is often the easiest step. Now, let's move on, because the next mistake happens even more often than this one. Number 2. Taking medications or supplements without checking first. This second mistake happens quietly, and many seniors never realize it happened. It starts with routine, daily habits, things you take without thinking. Most older adults take at least one medication daily. Some take several. These may include blood pressure pills, heart medications, diabetes tablets, or pain relievers. On top of that, many take supplements, vitamins, minerals, herbal products. These habits often feel safe because they are familiar. But blood tests are sensitive. They respond to timing and recent intake. Some medications can temporarily change blood sugar levels. Others can affect kidney markers or liver enzymes. This does not mean the medication is harmful. It means the timing can matter. Taking certain medicines shortly before a blood test can shift numbers. Not dramatically, but enough to raise questions. Supplements add another layer of confusion, because many people forget to mention them. Hair and nail vitamins are common. So are herbal teas and fish oil capsules. These do not feel like medicine, so they are often ignored. But laboratory equipment does not make that distinction. Some supplements can interfere with hormone measurements. Others can affect clotting markers. Even common vitamins can influence test results, especially when taken close to the test time. When this happens, results may appear unusual, even when the body has not changed. This can lead to follow-up testing, more appointments, and growing concern. Emotionally, this can feel unsettling, especially when you believed you prepared correctly. Many seniors blame themselves afterward, without ever knowing why results changed. One older woman prepared carefully for routine testing. She followed fasting instructions exactly. That morning, she also took her usual supplements, as she did every day. When the results came back, something seemed wrong. Doctors questioned sudden changes. Additional testing was discussed, and worry followed. Only later did the full picture emerge. A supplement taken that morning. When the test was repeated without it, the numbers settled. No treatment changes were needed. The stress had been unnecessary, but very real. This is why asking questions matters. Before the test, not after. Never stop medications on your own, unless you are clearly instructed. But always ask ahead of time. Should I take my regular medications before the test? Ask about supplements too, even natural ones, even teas. If you are told to pause something, follow instructions carefully. Do not guess. A simple list helps. Write down everything you take. Include prescriptions, vitamins, supplements, over-the-counter pills. Bring that list with you, or discuss it beforehand. This small step protects accuracy and reduces confusion later. If this point feels familiar, you are not alone. Many people learn this only after confusion. If you are finding this helpful, comment number 2 below. It helps others feel understood. And if you want more calm guidance like this, consider subscribing. New videos are shared regularly. Now, let's continue. Because the next mistake is even more common. And it often happens without anyone noticing at all. Number 3. Eating or drinking before a fasting test. This mistake is one of the most common, and one of the most misunderstood. It happens early in the morning, often without much thought. Many blood tests require fasting, usually for 8 to 12 hours. This means no food, and often no drinks besides water. Tests for blood sugar require this. So do cholesterol and triglyceride tests. Yet many seniors break the fast accidentally, sometimes with just one small habit. A sip of coffee, a splash of cream, a quick bite of toast. These feel harmless, but they are not. Even small amounts of food can affect results, sometimes more than expected. Blood sugar levels can rise quickly. Cholesterol numbers can appear higher. The test then reflects the meal, not your usual health. This can make results misleading. Even when your body is stable, it is easy to see why this happens. Morning routines are deeply ingrained. Many people wake up and make coffee automatically. They do not even think about it. Others believe a small snack will not matter, especially if they feel hungry or weak. Some think juice is acceptable, or that tea without sugar is safe. Others chew gum without thinking, or take a vitamin with water. These actions often break the fast, even when they seem insignificant. Sugar-free gum can still trigger responses. So can certain drinks. Diet beverages are not always neutral. They can affect metabolism. This is not only about test numbers. It is about what follows. When results come back elevated, concern begins. Questions arise quickly. Doctors may suggest further testing, or recommend lifestyle changes. Sometimes new medications are discussed, even when they are not truly needed. This can feel alarming, especially when you felt well before. Seniors may leave feeling confused, or worried something has suddenly changed. The emotional impact can be heavy. Anxiety often lingers for days. Some people feel guilty for making a mistake, even if it was unintentional. Others fear repeating the test, worried they will get it wrong again. In some cases, people delay follow-up care. They simply avoid rescheduling. This can create bigger problems later, all from one small morning habit. An older gentleman once prepared for routine testing. He followed most instructions carefully. That morning, he drank juice out of habit. He forgot about fasting. The results came back higher than usual. A concerned call followed. A repeat test was scheduled. Stress filled the days between. Later, with proper fasting, results returned to normal. Nothing had changed in his body. Only the preparation had changed. After that experience, he adjusted one thing. He prepared the night before. A reminder note helped. So did planning ahead. The lesson is simple. Fasting instructions matter. If you are told to fast, follow it exactly. Do not guess. In most cases, plain water is allowed, but always confirm. Avoid coffee. Avoid tea. Avoid juice. Avoid gum. Avoid supplements. If you are unsure, ask ahead of time. The lab staff can clarify. Being certain is better than being stressed later. These small steps protect accuracy. They also protect peace of mind. Because the goal is clarity, not confusion. Now, let's move on. Because the next mistake involves something many seniors do to stay healthy. Number 4. Overexerting yourself before the test. This mistake often comes from good intentions, and that makes it easy to overlook. Staying active is important, especially as we age. Many seniors are encouraged to move daily, and that advice is sound. But timing matters more than most people realize. Doing strenuous activity right before a blood test can change results, sometimes in surprising ways. This includes intense exercise, heavy household chores, or long, brisk walks. Physical exertion affects many blood markers, even temporarily. Blood sugar levels can rise after exertion, so can certain enzymes. Electrolytes may shift. Protein levels can change. These changes do not mean something is wrong. They mean the body is responding. If your usual test routine is calm and rested, changes stand out, especially to your doctor. One morning of heavy effort can alter your baseline, even if everything else is normal. This can create confusion. Results may not match your typical pattern. Doctors rely on trends, not isolated spikes. When numbers look unusual, questions follow, sometimes concern. Some seniors exercise to reduce anxiety before testing. They hope movement will help. Others simply stick to habit, not realizing intensity matters. The issue is not movement itself. It is overdoing it before the draw. There is also the physical toll to consider. Exertion can cause dehydration. Muscles may feel sore. Energy levels may dip. This can make the blood draw uncomfortable, or even unsettling. Feeling flushed or tired increases stress, especially in a clinical setting. Balance may feel less steady, which adds another layer of risk. An older man once prepared for routine testing. He was proud of his daily jogging routine. On test morning, he pushed himself harder. He believed it would improve results. Instead, the numbers were off. Blood sugar was higher than usual. Certain enzymes raised concern. Doctors questioned recent changes. After discussion, the cause became clear. Unusual exertion before the test. The next time, he adjusted one thing. He rested that morning. The results reflected his usual health. Nothing alarming appeared. This shows how short-term effort affects readings, even when long-term health is stable. The lesson here is balance and consistency. Keep the morning before testing calm and familiar. If you usually stretch lightly, that is fine. If you walk briefly, that is acceptable. But avoid anything unusual. Avoid pushing harder than normal. Do not start a new workout that morning. Do not tackle heavy chores. Your goal is not performance. It is accuracy. Blood tests should reflect your everyday state, not a temporary surge. If this point resonates with you, comment number 4 below. It helps others feel seen. And if these insights are helpful, consider subscribing, so you do not miss future guidance. Now, let's continue. Because the next mistake has nothing to do with movement, yet it affects results just as quietly. Number 5. Drinking caffeinated or sugary beverages. This mistake feels small, but its impact can be surprisingly large. Many seniors drink something first thing in the morning. It feels automatic. Coffee, tea, juice, or a soft drink. Some believe a little will not matter, especially if it has no sugar. But before a blood test, it often does matter, more than expected. Caffeinated drinks affect the body quickly, even without calories. Black coffee contains caffeine and natural compounds. These can raise blood pressure temporarily. They can also affect blood sugar levels, and sometimes cholesterol readings. These changes may last for hours, not minutes. Tea can have similar effects, even without sugar. Energy drinks are even stronger. They combine caffeine and stimulants. Sugary drinks create bigger shifts. Juice, sports drinks, soft drinks. These cause blood sugar to spike rapidly, even in healthy people. For fasting tests, this is critical, especially glucose and triglyceride tests. A single drink can push results higher, enough to raise concern. When numbers appear elevated, doctors take notice. They should. But those numbers may reflect the drink, not your usual health. This can lead to follow-up testing or discussions about medication. Sometimes changes are suggested too quickly, based on incomplete information. That creates stress and uncertainty. There is also another issue: hydration. Caffeine acts as a mild diuretic. It increases fluid loss. This can leave you slightly dehydrated, even if you drank something. Dehydration thickens the blood and narrows veins. This can make the blood draw harder and less comfortable. Technicians may need more time or more attempts. That adds tension to the experience, especially for older adults. Some seniors drink coffee to feel alert. They fear feeling weak or tired. That concern is understandable, but it can backfire. An older woman once prepared for routine testing. She felt sluggish that morning. She drank her usual coffee, believing it would help. Later, her results raised questions. Blood pressure was higher. Blood sugar appeared elevated. Concern followed quickly. A follow-up appointment was scheduled. Worry filled the days between. Later, preparation was reviewed. The coffee stood out. The next test was done differently. Only water beforehand. The results returned to her normal pattern. Nothing else had changed. This is common and often overlooked. The safest approach is simple. Stick with plain water. Water hydrates without interference. It supports accurate testing. If you feel tired, plan ahead. Schedule early if possible. Save coffee or tea for afterward. Enjoy it once the test is done. Avoid juice, soda, and energy drinks beforehand, even small amounts. If you are unsure, ask the lab. Clarity prevents mistakes. These details may seem minor, but they shape results. Accuracy depends on preparation, not just the test itself. By choosing water, you remove uncertainty and protect peace of mind. Now, let's continue. Because the next mistake has nothing to do with drinks, yet it affects results just as quietly. Number 6. Forgetting to share recent illness or changes. This mistake is quiet, and it is very easy to miss. Many seniors arrive for a blood test focused on instructions. They think fasting and timing are everything. But context matters too, more than most people realize. Even small changes in your body can affect blood results, sometimes significantly. A mild cold can matter. So can a low fever. A restless night can matter. So can unusual stress. When your body fights infection, the immune system responds quickly, even if symptoms feel minor. White blood cell counts can rise. Inflammation markers can shift. Liver enzymes may increase temporarily. Blood sugar can fluctuate. These changes do not always mean illness. They often reflect recovery. If this context is missing, results can look concerning. Without a clear explanation, doctors may see numbers that suggest a new problem, when the body is simply responding. The same is true for recent changes. New medications matter. So do diet changes, sleep changes, and emotional stress. Even starting a new supplement can affect results, especially temporarily. Many seniors do not mention these details. They feel unimportant. Others forget, especially when feeling unwell. But labs do not see the full picture. Doctors interpret numbers. Without context, interpretation becomes difficult, sometimes misleading. This can lead to follow-up tests, extra appointments, and unnecessary concern. Emotionally, this can feel unsettling, especially when results seem unexpected. Some seniors begin to worry something serious is developing, even when it is not. One older man attended routine testing after a recent illness. The symptoms were mild. He felt better by test day, so he said nothing. Later, his results raised questions. White blood cells were elevated. More tests were discussed. Worry followed quickly. Only afterward did the full story emerge. A recent fever days earlier. With that context, everything made sense. No further action was needed. The stress could have been avoided with one brief conversation. This applies beyond illness. Sleep matters. Poor sleep can affect blood sugar and stress hormones. New aches can matter. So can changes in appetite. Even emotional strain can shift results temporarily. The body responds as a whole. Sharing information is not complaining. It is collaboration. Your care team needs clues, not perfection. You do not need to remember everything. Just mention what feels different. A simple sentence helps. I was unwell recently. Or, my sleep has been poor. Or, I started something new. These details give context. They guide interpretation. They protect you from unnecessary worry and unnecessary procedures. Honest communication supports accuracy and peace of mind. If this point feels familiar, comment number 6 below. It helps others feel understood. And if these insights are helping you prepare calmly, consider subscribing. New videos are shared regularly. Now, let's continue. Because the final mistake is one many seniors underestimate. Yet it affects results more than expected. Number 7. Arriving stressed, anxious, or poorly rested. This final mistake is easy to underestimate because it feels emotional, not physical. But stress leaves fingerprints in the blood, often without warning. Many seniors arrive for testing already tense. They worry about results. They worry about time. Some worry about the needle. Others worry about what the numbers might reveal. The body does not separate worry from danger. It reacts the same way. Stress triggers hormone release. These hormones prepare the body to respond. Heart rate increases. Blood pressure rises. Blood sugar can climb. Inflammation markers may shift. These changes are real, but they are temporary. They do not reflect your usual health. They reflect the moment. Sleep plays a similar role. Poor rest stresses the body. A restless night raises stress hormones, even before you wake up. If sleep was short or broken, results may shift, especially blood sugar and pressure. Many seniors sleep poorly before testing. They replay worries in their mind. Others rush through the morning. They skip routines that usually calm them. The body arrives tense. The blood reflects that tension. Numbers may look higher than expected, sometimes enough to raise concern. This can lead to new questions or unnecessary worry. One older woman always felt nervous before appointments. The anxiety started days earlier. Before one test, sleep barely came. The morning felt rushed and unsettled. Her results raised alarms. Blood pressure was higher. Blood sugar appeared elevated. Concern followed quickly. A repeat test was scheduled. With one change: better sleep. A slower morning. The second test told a different story. Numbers returned to her usual range. Nothing had changed medically, only the state of mind. This is common and often misunderstood. The solution is not ignoring stress. It is acknowledging it. Preparation includes emotional care, not just instructions. Aim for rest the night before. Even if sleep feels imperfect, go to bed earlier if possible. Reduce stimulation. Allow extra time in the morning. Remove the rush. Breathe slowly before entering. Just a few breaths help. If you feel anxious, say so. Staff see this every day. They can slow the process and offer reassurance. Calm supports accuracy. So does rest. Your blood reflects your whole system, body and mind together. Testing works best when both are supported. As we age, this awareness becomes wisdom, not weakness. A calm approach protects clarity and reduces unnecessary fear. The goal of testing is understanding, not alarm. When you arrive rested and steady, results speak more clearly. They reflect you, not a stressful moment. As we reach the end, take a moment to pause. Preparing for a blood test does not need to feel overwhelming. Small choices made beforehand can quietly shape your results. And now, you understand how. These 7 mistakes are common. They are also easy to avoid. Hydration matters. Timing matters. Calm matters. A blood test should reflect your everyday health. Not a rushed morning. Not stress. It should show how your body truly functions. Not temporary changes. Remember the basics. Follow fasting instructions carefully. Drink plain water when allowed. Avoid coffee, tea, and juice beforehand. Ask questions about medications and supplements, even those that feel routine. Keep your activity level normal before testing. Avoid unusual exertion. Share recent illness or changes, even if they seem small. And give yourself rest, both physical and emotional. These steps are not about perfection. They are about clarity. Clear results support better conversations. Better conversations support better decisions. Your healthcare works best as a partnership. Preparation helps your care team see the full picture. You have spent years learning your body, listening to it. This is simply another way to honor that experience. If you ever feel unsure, ask. There is no downside to clarity. A calm approach reduces unnecessary worry and protects peace of mind. You deserve results that make sense. Results you can trust. If this video helped you feel more prepared, let us know. Share one insight that stood out to you. Your experiences matter. They help others feel less alone. If you have not subscribed yet, consider doing so. New videos are shared regularly. They are designed to support calm, informed aging. One small habit at a time. You can also share this video with someone you care about, especially if they have testing coming up. Sometimes one reminder makes a big difference. Thank you for spending this time with us. Your attention is appreciated. We look forward to seeing you again soon. Until then, take care.